June 5, 2025. The world spins faster, old certainties crumble, and new realities are forged in conflict and code. From the Middle East's agony to shifting global power and a changing climate, humanity stands at a precarious juncture. Headlines reveal a world grappling with simultaneous, interconnected crises. Wars rage, political landscapes shift, and technology brings both marvels and dilemmas. Economic anxieties ripple across continents while nature demands urgent attention. The stakes are incredibly high. This is no time for complacency. Understanding these rapid changes is vital for every citizen. The decisions and actions of today will shape generations. We stand on the edge of multiple precipices with trust eroded and diplomacy strained. Yet amidst turmoil, resilience emerges. Calls for justice, peace, and action persist. The human spirit endures, seeking solutions. Navigating this era requires courage, wisdom, and a global perspective. The risk of miscalculation is dangerously high. The future feels more uncertain than ever. This is our world, on edge. The challenges are immense, but so is our capacity to respond. The story of this moment is still being written. In Gaza, the crisis in Rafah has reached a breaking point. Israeli forces have intensified operations, turning the city from a refuge into a battleground. Heavy bombardment and expanding ground incursions have left civilians trapped and desperate. The humanitarian situation is catastrophic. Famine is now a grim reality. Clean water and medical supplies are nearly gone. Hospitals are overwhelmed, many damaged or destroyed, and aid delivery remains severely restricted. Millions face starvation and disease as the world watches in anguish. International legal pressure mounts, with the International Criminal Court pursuing arrest warrants for both Israeli and Hamas leaders on allegations of war crimes. The move has split global opinion. Some support the ICC, others call it politically motivated. Accountability remains fiercely debated. Ceasefire talks led by Egypt, Qatar, and the US are stalled by fundamental disagreements. Hamas demands a permanent end to the war. Israel insists on dismantling Hamas's military capabilities. Each failed negotiation prolongs the suffering. The prospect of lasting peace feels distant. The cycle of violence continues. The world's response will shape the region's future. The stakes could not be higher. The suffering in Rafah is a stark reminder of the urgent need for action. The international community faces a test of resolve and compassion. The people of Gaza wait for relief. The world cannot look away. The crisis deepens by the hour. The need for a breakthrough is urgent. The cost of inaction grows. The tragedy in Rafah demands global attention. Donald Trump is once again a dominant force in U.S. politics. On June 5th, he reinstated a controversial travel ban affecting citizens from 19 countries, echoing his first term. Thousands now face uncertainty. Students, families, and skilled workers are in limbo. The administration defends the ban on security grounds, while critics call it discriminatory. The move has reignited fierce debate. Trump is also threatening sweeping new tariffs on Mexico and China, claiming they protect U.S. industry. Businesses and economists warn of trade wars and global supply chain disruptions. Meanwhile, a critical legal battle over presidential immunity continues, with the Supreme Court set to rule soon. The decision could redefine executive power and impact ongoing legal proceedings against Trump. The nation awaits the outcome, knowing its effects will be felt for years. These actions signal a shift toward more nationalistic, assertive policies. Trump's base is energized. Opponents warn of damage to U.S. standing and alliances. The political climate is highly polarized. The feud with figures like Elon Musk adds to the turbulence. America faces a period of intense division. The coming months promise further upheaval. The stakes for democracy and global leadership are high. The world is watching America's next moves. The legal and political battles are far from over. The future of U.S. policy hangs in the balance. The consequences will be global. The nation stands at a crossroads. The outcome will shape the years ahead. The U.S. TikTok ban deadline is fast approaching, with the Biden administration citing national security concerns. The law demands a sale to a U.S.-approved entity or a complete ban from app stores, leaving millions of users and businesses anxious. ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, has launched a major legal challenge, arguing the ban violates free speech and overreaches executive power. ByteDance insists it protects U.S. data and denies sharing information with the Chinese government. The legal battle will test the limits of U.S. regulatory power. This confrontation highlights the broader U.S.-China tech rivalry, with data security and control of information platforms at stake. Other countries are watching closely, as the outcome could set a global precedent for handling foreign apps. The digital world is fragmenting, shaped by national interests. The future of TikTok in the US hangs in the balance. A forced sale is complex. Finding a buyer and agreeing on valuation are major hurdles. The Chinese government may block any sale, adding further uncertainty. A complete ban would be unprecedented, impacting millions and reshaping the social media landscape. This saga underscores the geopolitics of technology. The stakes extend far beyond TikTok. The outcome will influence global internet governance. The digital divide may widen. The world is watching how the US handles this challenge. The case could redefine tech regulation. The battle is far from over. The implications are profound. The future of digital platforms is at stake. The next chapter is about to unfold. The world waits for the verdict. Russia is expanding its influence in Africa, formalizing a new military pact with Burkina Faso. The agreement includes training, intelligence sharing, and potential arms supplies, deepening Moscow's strategic interests in the Sahel. Russian military personnel are increasingly visible, following a pattern seen in Mali and Niger. Moscow offers security assistance, often filling a vacuum left by Western powers. This engagement is controversial, raising concerns about human rights and regional stability. France and ECOWAS express alarm, while the US and allies monitor developments closely. Africa is becoming a new arena for great power competition. The pact alters West Africa's security architecture and gives Russia new strategic footholds. For African nations, it offers an alternative partner in a multipolar world, but also brings risks of militarization and instability. The continent's choices will shape its future. The stakes are high for regional security. Africa's trajectory is being rewritten. China is expanding its global reach, announcing a major technology deal with Brazil as part of the Digital Silk Road. Beijing will invest in Brazil's 5G infrastructure and AI projects, strengthening its tech footprint in South America. The deal raises concerns in Washington about data security and Chinese influence. China's dominance in rare earth minerals poses risks to global supply chains. As Beijing hints at export restrictions, nations scramble to diversify sources and develop domestic capabilities. Military tensions in the Taiwan Strait remain high, with China conducting live fire drills near the island. The US reiterates support for Taiwan as the risk of miscalculation grows. The Indo-Pacific is a critical flashpoint. China's strategy combines economic partnerships, tech expansion, and military assertiveness. The Belt and Road Initiative adapts to new realities. China seeks a larger role in global governance, challenging the world order. This ascent brings both opportunities and challenges. Understanding China's ambitions is crucial. Science and technology are advancing rapidly. Neuralink's first human-brain-computer interface trials show promise patients can control computers with thought alone. This breakthrough offers hope for those with paralysis. But ethical and safety questions remain. Meanwhile, Apple enthusiasts anticipate a new MacBook with the powerful M4 Ultra chip, promising unprecedented performance. These innovations highlight the pace of technological change. Brain-computer interfaces could revolutionize medicine, but also raise concerns about human enhancement and misuse. Responsible innovation and clear ethical guidelines are essential. Each leap in computing power unlocks new possibilities, but also new challenges. Balancing progress with sustainability is key. Technology continues to reshape our world. The global economy is turbulent, with a new BRICS digital currency challenging the US dollar's dominance. Oil prices have spiked due to geopolitical instability and production cuts, fueling inflation worldwide. Consumers and businesses face higher costs, highlighting the urgent need for diversified energy sources. The transition to renewables is critical. Meanwhile, climate disasters escalate. India endures a deadly heat wave and wildfires rage in Canada. These events disrupt lives, agriculture, and air quality, forcing thousands to evacuate. Economic shocks, geopolitical tensions, and climate change compound each other, creating complex risks. The speed of global events is accelerating, demanding agility and cooperation. Staying informed is crucial. Understanding these dynamics is the first step toward resilience. The world is on edge, demanding our attention. The future is uncertain, but not predetermined. Our choices now will shape what comes next.